Chinex right here, and really quickly let's see how you could make yourself some money, okay, from the chart. Okay, so firstly let's have the review for last week forecast. Okay, so last week what did we see on the chart? Really quickly we had that we had the market close around this point. Okay, so we had the market close around this point last weekend, and then we actually analyzed that for a bullish scenario we needed to see this area break. Okay, and then we said for the bearish scenario we needed to see a reaction of this area here. Okay, so what we actually had played out was that price took the bullish scenario, and I told you that we're in this descending channel here, and the actual forecast for a price action like this is back to the up. Okay, so back to the top of the channel, and that's where we are right now. Okay, so really quickly we're going to look at the forecast for now. So that was just an absolute play out there from price. So price just did exactly what is expected as said previously on the channel. So if you didn't watch those videos, you can go back and check out the previous videos and drops on the channel, yeah, and check out the progress so far. So far we've had, like I said, over 95% accuracy with our forecast on this channel. So do well to key in, if you're a trader, do well to key in. And if you don't understand the content we drop here, probably you have issues executing the trades, do well to drop a comment or chat me up privately. The link is in the description, or do well to join one of our communities, okay, and then we can guide you through the whole process. Okay, so guys, let's quickly dive into the forecast for the week. Okay, to do that, as always, we'll do a top-down analysis. So let's first of all see the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame for gold, we have that we reacted off this strong resistance area I've been talking about, and currently on the chart you can see we are forming series of lower highs and lower lows on the chart. Okay, so this was where the whole thing shifted from here. So series of lower highs rather, and lower lows. Okay, yeah. So currently on the charts, you could see this trend line I just marked out here. So price has seemed to be respecting this trend line on the weekly time frame. Okay, and currently we are reacting on that trend line. So from there we could expect a possible lower low. Okay, a possible lower low. So on the weekly time frame, we want to see price drop down to first off this line here. Okay, and then secondly give us a lower low, and the overall target, like I said, is this area on the chart. Yeah, so that's that for the weekly time frame. And this trend line is also directly where we have our our supply point rather. So we have a supply point at that point. So yeah, so we could expect price to tank from that point. So really quickly, let's look at the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, what we have here is just a clearer version of what we see on the weekly time frame. Okay, so we have price creating series of lower highs and lower lows as said, and we have price directly reacting at the top of the channel, which is also a valid supply area, which is the week you see there. So this week right here, so we have price reacting from that point. Okay, so what we could expect from there is a possible reversal. Okay, so we expect a possible reversal. Now failure to reverse from here means the structure has changed from bearish to bullish, and I don't think that's going to be happening. The moment we break this high here, okay, the moment we break this high, the structure has entirely shifted. Okay, so I don't really expect that to happen. So I expect price to drop further from here on the daily time frame. So we have a very strong area right here, so we want to see a reaction here, and then after that area, this is the next place we want to look out for a reaction, and after that point we want to see price stamp to this point. Okay, so that's that for the daily time frame. Let's quickly look at the 4-hour time frame, guys. Okay, so really quickly on the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? It's very clear. So we could see that as said in the previous forecast, price rallied to the upside, and then we are currently reacting on this supply area here. Okay, and then price has kind of changed character on the 4-hour time frame. So you could see this run up here and then change character at this point. Okay, so we are currently reacting off this area, although I don't expect it to hold for long. So what do I expect to see on the 4-hour time frame? if this supply holds us right, then I want to see price first of all at this point. Okay, so this is the first level I want to see price, and the moment this level is broken, I want to see price at this point here. Okay, so that's what I expect on the 4 hour. I expect this supply to hold us down, tallying with the trend line we have there. So we're going to see how that plays out. So from this area here, I expect price to tank further. Okay, the price to tank further. So that's that for the 4 hour time frame, and then for the 1 hour where we conclude for XAUSD. Yeah, so this is where we conclude the forecast for gold. Okay, so here on the 1 hour, what do we expect price to do? So I said guys, it's simple. I'm bearish on gold. Okay, for the bullish scenario, we break above this area. Okay, we break above this area and then we ride up, but I don't really see that happening. That's low probability. I don't really see it happening. Yeah, what I expect to see is a dump. Okay, so anything above this area here, guys, we are shifting bullish, so adapt to that. But definitely want to see a dump in the market. So what I expect to see for the week is first of all a reaction at this point, and after a reaction here, I want to see a reaction of this very strong support area I marked out here with a line. So after we break that line, then we can further look at targeting this this demand area. Okay, so that's that for gold, guys. So I hope this is clear enough. So I want to see a dump. Okay, I want to see a dump, and that's just it. Okay, so let's quickly look at GBP USD, guys. Let's see GBP USD. Okay, so for GBP USD, we had that where did the market close last week? So the market closed around this point here last week. So this is where the market closed last week, Monday. Okay, so we said, like I said, I was expecting price to dump down to this level here. Okay, so I expected price to dump down here, and I said there's a possibility for a buy this week that's last week on gold, but I expected it to dump down here first before buying. And I said if it doesn't dump down here, the moment we break this area here on the chart, then we can target. I was more interested in targeting this area here, but price didn't get there. So what we see is that price didn't really come down to this demand here. So we had that price just ran all the way up from there. Okay, but we reacted off a valid supply area. We reacted off a valid supply area at this point here. Okay, so we reacted off a very valid supply area, and then we began to tank down from there. Okay, so that's what happened. So we didn't really get to this point on the chart. Okay, yeah, we didn't really get there. Okay, so let's look at the forecast for the week, guys. Let's see the forecast for the week. Okay, so firstly, let's start from the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we have price creating series of lower highs and lower lows as seen previously, and then in the immediate time, we can see that price created, although this pattern is more obvious on the 4 hours. When we get there, I will elaborate it. So you can see price reacting off this level here. Okay, and we've seen a form of bullish reaction there, which was this candle, and then it returned. Okay, so reacting off this level this week here. Okay, so that level is a strong demand level. We can see the bottom of this area here on the charts. Okay, that's this area, and then the moment we break through that area, we can begin to target the lower area from the chart. Okay, so the weekly time frame is like this, where the structure shifted. Like I said in the previous videos, if you have not watched, please go and watch. The structure shifted bearish here on the weekly time frame, and I suppose this is like a form of mitigation here, and then a return. Okay, so let's see a clearer picture on the daily time frame. Okay, yeah, so on the daily, what we have here is the pattern is getting clearer here. We have a form of head and shoulder pattern I talked about in the last video. I said this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this whole area here is like the right shoulder, okay? The right shoulder. I said if this pattern is confirmed, we could target the beginning of the channel, okay? That's the expectational price target, okay? So for the daily time frame, we had that price reacted off this demand level here, okay? This is kind of strong demand level here. Price reacted off that level, and then we could see price move up to mitigate the previous high that was to the left, and then we are having price dumping into the downside. So on the daily time frame, what we can expect to see here is following the pattern, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, which is very simple. You can expect to see another lower low. Okay, so the lower low we expect here should bring us to the bottom of this area here. Okay, then we'll see how it reacts there on the daily. But so far, the daily chart is looking bearish for now. Okay, so we are still bearish on the daily time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, the pattern is kind of clearer. Okay, so you could see we have the left shoulder here, and then we have the head here, okay, and then this area here like the right shoulder. Okay, so that's like the head and shoulder pattern formation. Okay, so it has not entirely been invalidated, but price was supposed to, you know, go down up to this area first, like I said, before we consider expecting price at this side. Okay, so I said we have this valid POI down here, so we have a valid POI down here that we could expect to see price react on. Okay, so however price reacting, we could now expect a continuation. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, it's clearer price induced this high here, mitigated a zone up there, and then price is, you know, going to the downside, change characters at this point on the 4-hour chart, so creating this very valid supply area. So this supply area could give us a form of continuation right to the downside. Okay, so firstly I want to see price at this point, and then from this point we could still see a bullish form of ride from here, maybe towards mitigation of this previously created supply. So after I see price at this point, if we break this point, then we go for the bearish scenario. Okay, and the bearish scenario is where we target the bottom of the line. Okay, so that's what I see for GBP/USD on the 1-hour time frame. We can conclude this on the 1-hour time frame. So let's see what we have there on the 1-hour time frame, guys. Okay, oh, sorry about that. So on the 1-hour, okay, so on the 1-hour time frame, what do we expect? We expect to see, so we have this form of liquidity resting. Oh, that's a mistake there. Okay, so we have this form of liquidity resting at this point. Okay, so I expect to see price sweep this area here, sweep this low on the chart. Okay, so I expect to see a lower low created here. So but however, we have this form of mitigation happening already. Okay, so we have this very strong area here created that has changed character at this point here. Okay, so what we could expect to see is something like this, maybe a continuation up to this point. But from this point, watch out for bullish sentiment if it appears. But like I said, the moment we break through this point here, then we could expect to ride down to the bottom. So I'm still bearish on GBP/USD, guys. I still expect further bearish sentiment in the coming week. Okay, so the moment this area breaks, I'm trying to elaborate very clearly. The moment we see this area break on the chart, we can target the lows here. Okay, so the moment we achieve the lows there, then I think we can achieve that this week if we have good volatility. Okay, so let's see how it all plays out, guys. So further tanking is what I expect up to the bottom. Okay, yeah, but in case of bullish sentiment, you know, we have some form of liquidity trying to rest above, but we might not sweep those yet. So just watch out for it. So for now, I expect more bearish intent for GBP/USD. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. So do well to subscribe to the channel if you've not, so you could keep getting more enlightening and more contents like this to help you trade the financial market more profitably. Yeah, and then do well to share the video with friends. And if you have a question, something you don't understand very clearly, or something you'd like me to elaborate better on, do well to use the comment section. There's a link to our private community where you could get edifying content, and also there's a link to our free Telegram community where you could also get content related to the chat periodically. Okay, so do well to opt in, guys. Do well to opt in, and that's all for now. Do have an amazing week ahead.